All right. We have another situation in which we may be asked to find the equation of a straight line. That's if you have been given the Cartesian plane or the x or y plane. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll find the equation of the straight line AE, and you will have to find the equation by yourself for the straight line AB. Okay, so I'll find AE. Please ensure to find AB. So we said when we are given coordinates, we must find the gradient using the coordinate formula for gradient. So we're finding for equation AE. So A, the coordinates are 0, 8, E, negative 2, 0. All right. Okay, so that is x1, that is y1, that is x2, that is y2. So in our case, y2 is 0 and y1 is 8. So that is 0 minus 8 over negative 2, which is x2, minus 0. Okay, so we are subtracting and our sign is going to be negative. You're getting the number of, you're getting the sign of the number which is bigger. So when the signs are the same, it's addition. And we maintain the sign. So we are having negative 2. So in this case, you're going to eliminate the two negatives. So 2 into 8, you're getting a gradient of 4. After you do that, we're going to use this formula. This formula helps you and me to find a straight line. So what is our gradient? 4x minus. Now, at this point, you are free to choose. You can choose the second pair or the first pair. For this example, I would choose the second pair. Now, I would like you to know that this negative sign here is different from this negative sign. So you separate them by introducing inner brackets. So our x is negative 2 and our y is 0. So first you're going to expand. So negative times negative gives us positive. Okay. 4 times x, we are getting 4x. 4 times positive 2, we're getting 8 plus 0. Therefore, the equation of the straight line AE is 4x plus 8. That is the equation for this straight line. It's y is equals to 4x plus 8. All right. All right. Excellent. So we have learned how to find the equation of a straight line when you're given the Cartesian plane. In this other example, we are also learning how to find the equation of a parallel line. We're learning how to find the equation of a parallel line. Okay. Okay. Now, remember, how do we find the gradient when you're given an equation like this? Don't forget that there are many ways of finding the gradient. Remember, the y-intercept form of all straight lines is given by y equals mx plus c, in which m is our gradient. So to find the gradient when you're given an equation like this, you make y the subject. So in this case, we're just going to divide both sides. So 2 into 8, we're getting 4x plus 5. So in short, our gradient here is 4. And we know that because the lines are parallel, it means that even M2 is positive 4. So now, find the equation of a straight line that is parallel. So we're finding a straight line as well that is parallel. Okay. So our gradient, so always remember, for parallel and perpendicular lines, the gradient you should always use is the second gradient. So in this case, parallel lines, the first and second gradient are the same, so I'll just get 4x minus, Okay, minus, what are the coordinates passing through the point 1 comma 2? 1 comma 2. Okay, so that is my x1, that is my y1. So I'll get that one as my 1, and I'll get that one as my 2. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4 plus 2. Then the last thing we are going to do is we are going to evaluate the integers on our right side. So 4 is bigger than 2, so my sign will be negative, and the signs are different, so it's subtraction. 4 minus 2, we're getting 2. So that is the equation that is parallel to that other equation. Okay, so this equation here and that equation here are parallel lines. They're parallel to each other. Excellent. With that said, let us learn how to find um, perpendicular lines as well. Okay, okay. The other question says, find the equation of a straight line that is perpendicular. Perpendicular. Remember, if two lines are perpendicular, we use the formula m times m1, m times m2 to find the other gradient. So first, we must make y the subject. So 2y is equals to 8x plus 10. We divide both sides by 2. So you cancel. So 2 into 8, that's 4. We're getting 5. So m1 here is 4. What is m2? How do you find m2? We are going to use that formula. Remember, with perpendicular lines, you always have to use the inverse gradient. So we're going to say 4, you replace m1 with 4, m2 is equals to negative 1. Okay, so we have replaced m1 with 4 there. So to make m2 the subject, you just divide both sides by 4. So in short, our gradient is negative 1 over 4. Okay, and it's passing through the point 1 comma 2. So this is the gradient that we have to use now to find our perpendicular line. So you use the inverse gradient. That is called the inverse gradient. So you use the inverse gradient to find the equation that is perpendicular. So we're going to say y is equals to mx minus x1 plus y1. So take note, don't use the first gradient, you should use the second gradient. So we're going to say negative 1 over 4 x minus, what are the coordinates there? 1 comma 2. Okay, 1 comma 2. At that point, you're going to evaluate the way we did it in the first video. So negative 1 over 4 times x is negative 1 over 4x. Negative times negative is positive 1 over 4 plus 2. If you dare remember, okay, I showed you how to calculate, how to how to work out that fraction. For the sake of others, let's work it out. So 1 over 4 plus 2. So I said you introduce a 1 there, find your common denominator, in this case, which is 4. Then you cross, multiply. 1 times 1 is 1, plus 4 times 2 is what? 8. When you find the sum of that, it's giving us 9 over 4. Therefore, the equation that is perpendicular is negative 1 over 4 x plus 9 over 4. Remember, I'm just from working this out here. Okay, so that's how you work it out. You find your common denominator, cross multiply, and add the numerators. So this is the equation that is perpendicular. Thank you very much. In this video, we learned how to find the equation of a straight line, how to find a parallel line, and how to find a perpendicular line. Thank you.